Hey Woodbridge, I hope you're having a good week this week. Last Sunday we just kind of went through the second half of Philippians chapter 2. Philippians is an amazing church. It's a church that's just healthy and growing, and Paul writes a letter to them and he just says, you know what? Healthy people keep learning more about Jesus. And he reveals more about who Jesus is in the second chapter. And then Paul just begins to give great examples of people that have been touched by Christ. They're servants. They care about other people. It's amazing when he speaks of Timothy. He says, you know, there's really no one else that I trust like Timothy. He has such the heart of Christ. The things that are important to God are important to Timothy. And he just speaks so highly of him. And then he rolls into the person that the people in Philippi sent to give Paul the gift. A guy named Epaphroditus. Epaphroditus was a guy that was carrying a bunch of money on him. And they gave their money to Epaphroditus, and he went from Philippi to Rome with the gift. What does that tell you about this dude? He's obviously very faithful. He's someone you can trust. He's someone that you could give a bunch of money to, and he's going to take care of it. And then you read that in his journeys and being with Paul in Rome, the guy almost died. Giving out his life for Christ. And Paul just writes so beautifully of this servant of the Lord in the first century. Really cool. So enjoy that. You know what? Next week we're going to be entering into another great example of how Jesus seems to impact people, be it Timothy or be it Epaphroditus. The third chapter of Philippians is a great classic about Paul just giving his story, talking about him being impacted by this Jesus, this road to Damascus experience, and how him being a person that was at the top of his game basically empties himself and loses everything for Jesus. And he says, I count all things as garbage compared to knowing Christ. My former life doesn't matter. And it's so cool. Read Philippians chapter 3. Paul says, I want to know him more. I love that. Do you want to know Jesus more? You know him, right? We want to know him more. They're healthy people keep having a hunger to meet Jesus, to know Jesus, and to follow Jesus. I've been following Jesus for about 30 years. I want to know him more. I want to know him more. There's a healthy attitude. You can never be bored. And people that are saying, yeah, I'm a Christian, I've done that, you have no idea what you're talking about. It's like people in marriages. Yeah, we're married. You keep learning about yourself, you keep learning about your spouse as you journey in relationships and learn more about Jesus. Totally cool. Hey, Woodbridge, God bless you. And remember, this Sunday coming up will be the second part of our series Sunday School class in the book of Revelation and kind of all that surrounds that. So hopefully you'll be a part of that, and we will see you on Sunday. God bless. Bye-bye.